Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. Do non-pop country music reactions around here. It's pretty simple. Could be bluegrass, could be western, just non-pop, could be folk, just non-pop country. Jacob Herricks made a gift to the channel. So first, Jacob, shout out to you. Thank you for this. And here's the thing, you would request Tyler Childers' Angel Band. And you sent me the link, which was the director's cut, but that's on Vivo, and Vivo is always blocked on the channel. So I'm going to put the link to the one that Jacob enjoyed, let's put it that way, down below so that you could go see it. But what I'm going to do, I got a different version. I got the audio only version. It is also on Vivo, but typically the audio is permitted. But the copyrights between Vivo and YouTube, whatever, I've endeavored to do a number of Vivos over the years. They're all blocked, so I'm just going to leave that one be. So anyway, let's get into this one. I haven't done a Tyler Childers song in a while. Angel Band, Hallelujah version. All right, well, let's see. Is this like a church type song? Let's see.
Hallelujah.
Oh, can I take my hounds to heaven?
Calling out a line, responds the congregation just a little ways behind. Echoes down the streets of gold, through the pearly gates, ripples over the Jordan, and it goes on by the banks. Rattling Werthers on his dentures in the pew. He's holding down the bass, it's a little out of tune, but his heart is in the hymnal, and that's all a boy can do. Make a joyful sound till the rest have come to roost. Hallelujah, Jubilee. I can hear the angel band. I was blind, but now I see.
Amazing Grace.
And I'll jump right in amongst them when I reach the glory land.
All right, this is a very good composition. I like the composition, the way that it's obvious Tyler from his early years up to now, he's got good producers because he's a big name and the label gives you what you need to make you even better and more successful because it's the big artists that carry the labels. But Tyler also has grown to where I know his issues with, I think, alcohol and drugs were fairly well known. Then he got all cleaned up, and now he's thinking about other things in life and afterlife.
She's shouting in the aisle, she's shaking something fierce. Feels good to be here after all these faithful years. She's took a walk with Jesus, she's touched his nail-scarred hands. Didn't even bother her that he ain't a blue-eyed man. Hallelujah, Jubilee. I can hear the angel band.
I'll jump right in the what? The instrumentation is very Jacob. Gotta have an organ.
Baptists of all kinds, Catholic girls and Amish boys who've left their plows behind. Up there in the choir, singing side by side, wondering why exactly they've been fussing the whole time.
Yeah, you'd wish people would realize that now. Sense of torment. That was an interesting production because even though it's a song of future joy, future hope and all, it had a sense of torment. The instrumentation was more, and the way he sang it was with like a somber, not just a somberness, but a downtrodden. And I don't know if that was purposeful or just where Tyler's at right now as a man, as a human being. I don't mean just as an artist. I mean as a human being, because sometimes we look at people, whether they're actors, actresses, entertainers, musicians, and such, as up there. And they have this life. We sort of envision their life being a certain way. But when they're not on stage, they're just going back home to try to make it through life like everyone else. They might have bigger couches and beds and nicer air conditioning units or something, but everybody's the same as a person. You break it right on down. We got one heart, one mind, and we have to deal with the meaning of life. And we all adapt to new circumstances. So if you're wealthy, you adapt to that. That becomes the new you. And then you're right back to being the same kindergarten person. That personality you had back then is still in you. And you still have questions and fears and doubts and wonders. And they don't just magically go away because you were on stage for 2 hours giving a great concert. So for Tyler, yeah, I mean, what's the meaning of life? Where are we going? These are questions that it isn't just the philosophers that ponder them. Every human being is a philosopher in that regard. Where do we go? What happens? And some people say, I absolutely know what happens. It's like, well, I think the better way of putting it is you believe what's going to happen, because knowledge, to me anyway, requires a certain measure of experience. And that could be doubted because we say 2 + 2 = 4. Well, how do you experience that? You really don't. You can just learn that by being in a classroom as a student. But all that said, I mean, these are existential questions and such. But like, what happens when we die? That's just the question. So this song did have a real sense of like, he's still just trying to reach and sort of grasp some hope, some peace where we could get along. And he brought in the Hindus, Muslims, Amish, Catholic, Baptists of all kinds. I remember that phrase. And all these people singing in the choir, just people getting along. And I can get behind that message, no problem. I just marvel, like, why do we think the answer is to kill someone else? And if you're coming after me to kill me, of course I'm going to have a response to that. Can we stop the spiral? Evidently, we're not going to. Can we? No, probably not. I think it's too far gone for that. But Jacob, I'm not going to rate this one. I mean, I don't rate theological songs. Some songs do have theological, religious, spiritual content in them, and I'll rate them. But this was one that really was. I just get the sense, I don't know if Tyler wrote this. He had his hand in it, I'll say that, not just in how he performed it and embraced it, but I think he had his hand in some of the lyrics in this one. It just strikes me as that's where he's at in life, having sort of calmed down in his partying ways to this. And that's kind of a normal progression in life too, where you go from being out of control, and then once you get a handle on certain things, you start to look for deeper meaning to life that maybe you were avoiding or what have you. So I'm not going to rate it. I'm going to leave it be on that one, and you guys can thank Jacob for that one. That was a very Jacob Herricks, sort of had a rock tinge to it, more than that, and that's Jacob's style. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.